Well, howdy, folks. It's time for Beyond the Smoke Barbecue Talk. So grab your drink of choice and come gather around the fire as we talk all things Beyond the Smoke. Featuring pitmaster chats from all your favorite names in barbecue. We chat about competitions, pits, meats, and everything in between. From barbecue to grilling, from trimming to smoking, we got you covered. Got questions? Let us know. We're always happy to hear from you. Thanks for coming, friend. We're glad you're here. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk some barbecue. It's time to go Beyond the Smoke.
What it do?
What's up, guys?
Oh, another Monday. Another Monday.
Just another Monday, right?
Yep. Yep, that's it, man. Another Monday.
Yeah. Welcome back, Sam. You weren't on last week, were you?
No, sir. No, I had some shit going on, so.
No, you're good.
So what y'all get into this weekend?
Getting schooled.
Yeah, just hanging out.
You know, your school supplies and shit ready, Serge?
Oh, hell no. Not me.
Fucking
No?
Serge's got like 12 kids. That's just gonna cost like
12 kids. Shit.
That's why I needed that loan, Kyle.
I know. I told you, bro. Come on, bring it on.
Well, having a 6-year-old is like having 12 kids, man. That little dude's something else.
What's up, Chase?
We gotta get him back on his schedule though, for sure, man. He's still way off. So.
What do y'all got? 2 weeks before school starts?
Yeah, I think. Well, my wife started last week. I think she's a teacher, so they already started. I think Monday. I think the first day. So we'll see what happens.
Gotcha.
But yeah, what you up to, Sam?
Man, I just hung out at the house trying to just relax a little bit. Watching the storms roll through Dumas Sunray area. Man, 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh wow!
It blew over some rail cars in Cactus. They posted it on Facebook, and it must have been, I don't know, probably 1/8 mile worth of train cars that flipped over from the winds.
Damn it!
Man, that's where that shit happens. Right outside of Barstow and right.
Yeah, it happened. That's what I was going to bring up. It happened not too long ago over here too. It was fully pushing those over. So.
Yeah, it wasn't even. It was just those straight line winds. They're saying it gusted up to probably over 100 miles an hour.
Let's try to chase a barbecue leprechaun.
There ain't no pot of gold though, so don't come looking.
Oh man.
What's up,
yeah,
man? Thank you.
Go ahead.
Can't get away from this wind, huh, Sam?
No. No, but it's all right. It's West Texas. We knew what we signed up for.
Shit, I didn't. I'll tell you that.
Well, I guess anymore 40 mile an hour is just a breeze. So
Yeah, I still can't stand it.
So we're gonna kick off. We're gonna start doing a new segment, and our new segment's gonna be at the beginning, and it's gonna be barbecue news. So I think everybody knows the news that I'm gonna kick out today, but we got a new barbecue guy out about getting ready to start slinging fucking brisket sandwiches this week coming up. That's the news for the week. My boy's gonna be out there fucking hustling, selling crack and sandwiches and whatever you need. He's gonna have it out there. So anybody comes to Midland, Odessa area, y'all need to get with Serge. Y'all need a catering. Y'all need to get with Serge. He's gonna hook you up.
Man, them sausages you kicked out on Facebook
for sure.
Badass.
Yeah, dude, it was man, shout out to freaking Aaron, man, and Half Acre. You know, Aaron did, like, he opened the books on the whole sausage making thing, dude, and it was an eye opener for sure. Learned a lot. You know, I kind of had an idea of what I was doing, but what was most important to me was for him to taste the product and say, okay, well, this is what he thinks it needs, right? And then we kind of, you know, put our heads together, and he helped me tighten that recipe down. So, man, it's fucking, it's not spot on, but it's fucking close, dude. And we came up with a good product, and you know, he seemed like he was a little impressed with, you know, with the kind of experience that I already had a little bit. I had a little bit of experience, but not, you know, not everything. But he did give me little tips and tricks and shit to look for, kind of thing to do the way he does things, kind of the stuff that he uses, which makes everything a little bit easier. Turns out I was doing everything a little bit harder than it actually is. So, but yeah, man, it was good. The best part of the whole thing was not even the sausage making, but was to be able to talk to Aaron in a setting where it's just me and him, and we can talk about how the business really is, you know what I mean? And what to look for, kind of things that he's learned in the business, and to be able to put that, you know, towards my business and see what I'm doing. So it was a damn good experience, man. It was pretty cool, man. We had a good time, and, you know, we get to spend 8 hours with Aaron, you know, on a personal level. It's different than, I guess, being at a cook-off with him, you know, when he's more, you know, tuned in and on the brown water. So
yep. What's up, Richard?
But no, dude, it was good. It was good, man. A good experience, and I'm excited to get out there and start making them again. So
shoot, yeah. How many did you end up making this weekend?
So we did 40 pounds. It turned out, so 25, about 60 something links, 40 pounds. So
gotcha.
So yeah, he actually opened my eyes on the product. It's funny because Sergio Chapa made a comment on the thing. It says, it looks like chorizo. Well, that's the same thing that Aaron said. And he said, man, you know, it has a slight chorizo taste to it, but it also has a sausage taste to it. It doesn't taste like straight chorizo, you know what I mean? So it's funny that Sergio caught that, but yeah, he was like, he liked it, man. He said it's a damn good product, and he had nothing but good things to say about it. So we'll run it, man, and see where it goes from there. So,
man, that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Ready to see where it takes you, man.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I got one more to go, and I still got a little bit of things to do with the trailer. I still got to get another inspection because of the city of Odessa. But I still got my AC to work on. My AC is still acting funny. So after all this time, I still got to get somebody to come out, take a look at it, and it's either somebody's going to fix it or I'm going to put a fucking sledgehammer through it. So fix that damn thing, because I'm getting tired of it, man. But other than that,
I don't know if I'm reading that right, but it looks like Colin says that they might have donated $25,000 to Texas Firewalkers.
So they made $25,000 off the Cookoff, Hope for the Hill Country. That's what it brought in.
That's awesome.
So congratulations to Pee Wee and all them. You know.
Yep, man.
They did the hell of a job with that, Colin.
Yep, they're doing great things.
I'm glad you deciphered that for me. It took me a minute. I was trying to read it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, they donated.
Yeah.
I was trying to cipher it too, but we got the gist, Colin.
Yeah, it looked like a damn good cook-off for sure.
Studs up there, huh?
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. You got your world traveler coming in off a freaking plane straight to a cook-off and reserves it. You know?
Yep. And you got
no problem.
One of the hottest men in barbecue, old damn Carl Davis.
Yeah, Carl Davis.
Ass. Yeah,
for sure, man. For sure. Another GC under his belt. So
So well, what do we got tonight, Serge?
So tonight we're talking Danny Dietz, man. It's coming up. Damn, I lost the dates.
September
11th, 12th.
11th, 12th.
11th, 12th coming up, man. So we'll talk that Danny Dietz and Cookoff's been going on for a little bit.
12th, 13th. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
September 12th and 13th.
I was close, bro. I was close.
Do your homework there, Kyle.
It's in my calendar, dude. I just said it. Forget it, bro.
I was right there with him because I'm leaving on the 11th.
That's a pretty good drive for you there, Sam.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's gonna be like 9 hours.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how we're gonna do it yet, but I think we're just gonna run down to Midland, meet Anthony, Maria, swap pickups, snag it with mine, and then shag ass.
Yeah. What's up, Kevin? Who else do we got coming on there, Kyle?
Mr. Minotti, grilling and chilling. Chilling and grilling. Sorry, I said it back. Man, I'm fucking.
Yeah, he's all messed up. You see that?
I'm sorry,
damn, James.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Too many Lone Stars for that dude.
No.
How are y'all doing this evening?
Doing well, thank you.
Doing good.
Hey, thanks for coming on, both of y'all.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. For
Thanks
sure.
for the invite.
Oh, yeah, no problem. So, Jen, tell us a little bit about Danny Dietz. How long that cook-off been going on?
Officially 14 years, I think.
Oh, wow.
This is my 5th year running it. It all just starts running together at some point. But, 2 years at Renfest, and then this will be my 3rd year here. So this is my 5th year.
Wow.
The foundation started in 2017, and I'm as familiar as y'all may or may not be, but there's a guy named David Stone. He's a big to-do in the Houston World Championship Rodeo Cook-Off. He decided that they wanted to do a cook-off. I think Johnny and Patty Dunn were the very first one. I think there were 11 teams, they said. And every year it's just grown, and we just keep putting a lot of heart and blood, sweat, and tears into it to get it where it is today. So,
how many teams were last year?
We finished up with 86.
And where are you at this year so far?
82 registered right now.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
How much longer do we have to register?
It really just depends on the park, right? So I get an update from them weekly and what's available. So once they sell out, then we're sold out. But they're at about 60% capacity right now. So, oh, the baby.
This
See,
shirt.
look at that. Shirt, bro.
Oh, hell. Yeah, I know that when I was on there booking the cabin, I think I got what's the bigger cabin? The Yogi Bear?
Yeah.
I think there was maybe 8 to 10 of them left when I was booking mine.
Yeah, there's, like I said, once they fill up, they're the ones that are going to dictate when we fill up. So, it may come down to that people can't get a cabin, but they can get an RV spot, or, the further they go out. A couple of y'all have been there, so like way back out in the back, there's the 500. There's a lot more cabins there, but I think it's about, with a golf cart, it's about 4 minutes to get to turn in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, it's a huge park. So,
yeah. So just looking at the map, it looks like, damn, yep, need a golf cart.
Yeah, definitely need a golf cart or a quick runner. You got a kid that's in shape, or none of us apply in that instance. So,
Nope.
No. James has got about 15 steps from his spot.
Nice.
Since he is the returning grand champion, he gets the premier spot.
Nice.
It's either good or bad. People are going to stop and harass him a lot, but he's very close to turn in. So
I do my best when I'm harassed.
yes.
So that's got to be a pretty busy spot there, huh, James? I mean, you've cooked it several times. What do you think as far as do you think it's going to be a distraction being so close and kind of in the center of everything?
Not for me. I mean, it's a lot of people stop by my spot all the time anyway, so I'm used to it. I cook a lot of cook-offs where people come in and stop and visit, and like our county fair, I'm the president of our county fair, so we have people come talk all the time, and I just when I'm getting ready for business, I say, "Time to go, guys. I got to go." So
yeah.
I know when to cut them off and get back to work, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I think for the most part, with being KCBS, most of us all be trying to get back anyways if, we got to run our own boxes or anything like that.
Yeah, the 30-minute window gets pretty tight.
Yeah.
And I try to tell the cooks, if y'all have an issue, if you see that we have, I'm just going to say a pass full of ROTC kids that come out and volunteer to get their hours. And so I have assigned some of them to cooks as needed if they need a runner. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I just tell the cooks as they check in, if that's going to be an issue or you need a runner, let me know and we'll get you one because we have lots of energy.
Yeah.
You can get it there and get it back in time. So,
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Last year we had Barefoot Reagan parked up next to us.
yeah.
And I offered him a ride. We offered him a ride for brisket turn in. And he almost fell off the cart with his box. It was a bad.
He's not used to riding.
Yeah.
Or he already had too many tequilas. So it could be either one.
Drop boxes win.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
So
what
how
year
late is it? Oh, go ahead, Serge.
Now, what year is this for KCBS, Jen?
This is the third year.
Okay.
And I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It was a tough choice. It was a lot of criticism when I went to KCBS just because the point of it is to raise money for the foundation, but to get the name out. And in Texas, in this area, we're known, but growing the cook-off, you always have goals. You always want it to be bigger and better. And with bigger and better comes more sponsorship money and things that we can do for grants for getting the foundation's name out there. So, a little bit of politics behind it. It's if you go one sanctioning body, you get 50 teams. If you go another sanctioning body, you get 50 teams. And you're not able to mesh that together, right? Would have to do one of those crazy Craig Oaks things, and I'm not doing that. So, I thought, why not just go KCBS? Texas is lacking in KCBS. As a pitmaster, as a cook, as anybody that does barbecue, your ultimate goal is to go to the Royal, the Jack, Memphis, and May. And in order to do that, you're going to have to learn to cook KCBS. I mean, you got to get those timelines down and you have to be able to cook pork. And there was just a lot of different aspects that kept pushing me going this way. And so again, we are the largest KCBS cook-off in Texas. All three of us, it's huge. But that was the decision. It was a lot of deciding factors, but mainly just to get people, cook teams that haven't heard about Danny Dietz or what the foundation is, to let them know about it. So we were met in the first year. I mean, I had numerous cooks call and be like, "Are you sure your payout's right? I think they messed up," because this type of payout for a KCBS event is unheard of. So, it's taken 3 years, I think, for them to finally get the word that we are doing this. But in the same sense, I've kind of thrown the challenge out there for all these other KCBS teams. But I'll be the first to say they're scared to come cook in Texas. So, they throw a lot of reasons for them not coming. They don't want to come here and get beat, obviously, by somebody from Texas. They say the judging, and I'll touch on that for a second. I have 58 certified judges signed up, and there may be, of those 58, 4 are from Texas.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yeah, so people from all over the United States, that's their glorified hobby, I guess. They come down, they love the facility, they love hanging out with the cooks. And so having that many that aren't from here, but it still shows, like I said, look at some of our grand champions before, when Sagmiller won and when James won. And, you know, but these are guys that also have competed at the Royal. So they understand the whole same timeline. They cook CBA, so they understand pork. But just kind of getting it into a well-rounded cook-off. And I would love to see more KCBS down here, but, you know, they're talking about doing virtual CBJ judging so people could get certified in our area. And that would make it a better situation for us to have more certified judges. So it's an ever-growing process, but it's pretty much where I'm going to stay. And I'm happy with the results, people that are coming out. Once again, we're getting more teams from other states, and that's the goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spread the word about the foundation and what we do and what we raise money for. So.
Yeah, for sure.
No, we had a good time last year. I'm excited to go back again this year. Taking a couple extra days this year, and we'll run over to Houston, and hopefully it lands. I got to look at the schedule. Hopefully it lands on the same weekend that Texans are playing at home, so we can go watch a game.
Oh, yeah, you should do that and go Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, if not, then we'll hit up Cypress and hit up the shopping strip malls, and you know what I mean. We went in last year. We went in on Sunday, I think it was, and had some Greek food there right on the edge of Houston. Oh my God, it was so good. So good. You remember the name of that place? Athena's? Athena's. You guys get a chance.
Yeah, that is good. Right there in Cyprus.
Oh my God. It was so good.
Yeah, I've changed things up a little bit this year. Trying to help the cooks out. You know, as a cook, you know, Tom and I sit there and you sit through awards and you sit through auctions and you just want to know if you won or not, you know. I try to play that into perspective too. So this year, we have our VIP sponsor dinner, and then we have Bart Crow coming into play Friday night. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do the live auction on Friday night when we have all of our sponsors already there, and hopefully drinking and having a good time. Get them to spend their money, then have the concert. So then that way we're going to do awards at 6 on Saturday, because once y'all turn in, I want everybody to be able to go to the pool and actually like have downtime, enjoy it. So you're not rushing to clean up or do whatever you want to do for a few hours. But then you don't have to sit through the awards either, or the live auction situation either. So we're going to kind of condense the awards ceremony. We're still going to do roll call. We're still going to do the reason we're there, our presentation of paddle and stuff. But other than that, like I said, we're gonna kind of swap it up this year and see what works better.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like the auction being separate from awards. Sometimes that makes awards drag on a little bit.
Yeah, and I get it. And like I said, as a cook, I sit there going, "Oh my God, I don't care about your quilt," or because you just get in that mindset of you were there to cook, and as a cook, you just want to know how you did. So, yeah, I'm trying to focus on, like I said, the VIP portion, which is the fundraising efforts and things like that. And then for you guys, we'll still have raffles, still have guns. Still have liquor, still have all that fun stuff for you guys. So,
and you wind up buying RecTech pellet grills at the auction when you're sitting there waiting.
Yeah, true story. I mean, it was a nice one. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
You had the money to spend.
After.
He says after.
That's karma, right? That's God answering you, going, "Good job, James. Way to go."
So James, for a first time person going to go cook the Danny Dietz, what do you think it takes to win that contest? I mean, that's a big contest. There's a lot of heavy hitters there. I mean, someone who doesn't really cook KCBS that much and wants to go over there and cook it. Like, what do you suggest?
If you haven't cooked KCBS before, then you need to shrink your timeline and pretty much have everything ready before chicken. And because if not, you're going to be scrambling. The 30-minute windows will eat you up. I've done the Royal, 3 or 4 years now. So I've done Danny Dietz. I've done some other KCBS, and the 30-minute windows, you just really got to prepare your timeline and get things started to where you're pulling them off and camber on them 11:30 max. You got to have everything ready to go. And basically after that, you're just saucing and boxing and cutting and getting ready to turn in, because you're going to be behind the 8 ball if you don't. I cook my meats for KCBS just like I would a CBA. So doing CBA events get you prepared for KCBS, but you don't have that hour window to mess around. So you basically have to have everything ready.
Yep.
Man, I don't. It doesn't matter what I cook. I generally try to have brisket done by noon, anyways.
Yep.
That's the latest, right? 11 o'clock is preferable, but if I'm cooking KCBS, IBCA, CBA, Lone Star, I don't really care. I don't mind my brisket resting for a little while.
Yeah, it's the ribs and the pork that you got to have in the box.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you're not going to be out there running around trying to unwrap ribs and check them. You better have them ready to go.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest advice: is work on your timeline and make sure that that you have everything ready to box and sauce, box, and cut.
Sure.
Because you'll run out fast.
Number one DQ comes from between ribs and pork. That's where everybody misses their turn-ins, because it starts rolling so fast, and then you think that you're okay. But if you haven't prepped and it's not sitting there ready to go, just to go into the box, and that's literally what you need to be doing, just getting it ready to set into the box. That is the number one area when people start missing and they get DQ'd.
Yep.
Oh man, that has to be a shitty feeling though. Whenever that's like that happens.
Yeah. Melody
that's
brought
the one
up.
thing I don't like is I got to wake up, 2.5, 3 hours earlier than I do for IBCA or KCBS or CBA. I like rolling out of bed about 7 o'clock. Brisket on by 8.
Yeah, but it's done 2 hours earlier, and then you can just kind of,
Yep.
Just run your fire hotter.
Yeah, just burn it up. That works.
He knows how to do that. He knows how to do that.
Shit.
So
no, but I like that hectic, fast paced. Once chicken turn in, I love how fast it goes.
Yeah.
I like KCBS.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't
what
give
I'm
you
talking
time to
about.
get out of that zone. You're locked in for that 2-hour period, and then it's over.
Yeah, it's a whirlwind. When it's done, you're like, whew.
Yeah. It's hard for me to cook that 1.5 window anymore.
Oh Lord.
I'm
As
sitting
a head judge, it is tough. You can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is so
Then you recook your chicken waiting.
Yep.
start second guessing yourself. Be like, well, let's try another one.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the things is the kale. We offer we will build the boxes for you if you don't know how. That is something that we offer. But they say in KCBS they don't judge you, but they do. Make sure that you have the right product in the box, because while they don't judge on it, they will DQ you on it. So make sure that's one of the things it's in the frequently asked questions email that I send out to all the competitors, that there are certain things that are allowed in there. There's certain things that aren't. Like I said, they don't score you on it, but they will DQ you on it. So just little small things like that I think if somebody was coming in for the first time, that could screw them up.
Yeah.
I've seen cooks go, the red tip lettuce is so much prettier. Well, it is prettier, but it will also get you DQ.
Yep.
Yeah.
How long you can cook? Best advice I got is.
Go ahead and say.
I saw Mason's question. I think the best advice I got is, man, go look at Bill Purvis. Go to his Instagram. Go to his Facebook. Any of these big time cooks. I don't know if James has anything on his Facebook or not.
Yeah,
just go look at their boxes and you'll get some ideas.
Yeah.
So go look at Fred Robles and anybody that cooks a lot of CBA or KCBS. It's going to be a lot of really similar boxes. Give you a good idea.
And when you're putting your kale boxes together on your chicken and ribs, you got to make it shorter. Otherwise, it's going to hit the lid. So your brisket, you can set it up higher in the box, so you can build your kale bed a little higher for brisket and pork. But your ribs and chicken, you're going to have to build a little shorter.
And you can use the kale behind your medallions to stand them up the way you want them to. There's a lot of tips and tricks.
Right.
Yep.
Like, one of the key things is too, like for Mason, is that, whatever you put in the box, make sure that you put, if you're doing just thighs, minimum 6. But if you're doing thighs and wings, make sure you put 6 of each, because a judge will ding you for not having the opportunity to try that. So whatever they put in the box, they judge. But make sure that there's enough of whatever you're putting in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And more is not always better.
No, more is not. You know what I tell people? I'm like, very rarely. I'm an odd number person. That's feng shui anyway, right? So you decorate in odd numbers. So it's hard for me a lot of times just to do it as the even numbers. But 7. And the reason I say 7, I tell the guys, well, 6 is what's required. Well, there are instances where you end up with an extra judge on the table. And if that's the case, then you want to make sure that there's one for them too. So 6 is a gamble. 8 is perfect. 7 is going to get you covered, but a lot of people don't like to do odd numbers.
Let's I got a couple questions for you. Melody brought up the Kids Q, but let's talk Kids Q as well as awards.
Okay.
Go ahead and let us know what the Kids Q is. I'm not sure, but my daughter might cook it this year. But also, I want to know what the awards are this year.
James's little man, grandson, he killed it last year. He was the winner. They brought down my house over there. Like they collected. They did very well. They went home with more stuff than I was laughing. I was like, y'all got to take all that crap back now. So. But it's they're gonna do steak donated by John Tierna with the chopping block. So they're doing ribeyes. Bring your own pit, and then we are donating. The charcoal was donated by Joey Machado. So we're gonna do it in that same area, which is where like the little bouncy thing is, right in front of Turn-In. And then we're also adding an open this year, and it's anything goes. The kids can cook whatever they want to cook.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
When I say spoiled, these kids are spoiled. Like, oh my, there's so many things for them to win. It's kind of gotten ridiculous. So they have money, they have drums, they have cutting boards donated by James. They have those giant chain necklace things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is absurd. The stuff
That's
that
awesome.
they're gonna walk away with. So as for you guys, it's 50,000 cash. Oh, and Melody is running the Kids Queue. Let me say that. She put the link on there. So get the kids signed up. You can pay through the regular PayPal. And then she'll just, if you have any questions, reach out to her. Yeah, she's in charge of it this year. She stepped up, thank God, because it takes a lot to move through. Michelle didn't want to do it again because they want to focus on cooking. So Melody gladly stepped up, and I appreciate that. Grown-ups awards, $50,000, 1st through 10. Yeah, I posted the payout. 1st through 10 in all 4 meets, and then 1st through 10 in overall. It's all getting paid. And Mr. Minotti can tell you roundabout how much money you win if you're a grand champion.
$7,500 grand champion.
That's awesome. Boy.
So we walked out of there with almost 12,000.
Oh wow!
Oh, shit.
That's what I thought. I think I calculated like 11.5 or 11.
Yeah, plus
50 or something.
Well, you take off the 1,000 I spent on the rec tech.
We don't take that off. That's a donation.
But now then Trace won grand champion for the Kids Queue, and he won a 30-gallon custom drum. He was all fired up. So
That's awesome.
Took away some good stuff.
Not a bad week in there, huh, James?
That was a good week.
That's great.
How did you feel going into the cook-off?
I feel about the same going into every cook-off. I get all my meats from the chopping block, so I start with good proteins and have everything set up ready to go. So long as the proteins cooperate, I feel pretty good all the time about what I turn in. It's up to the judges after that. But I mean, sometimes you turn in something you think is going to be top 5 and you don't get a call and you're sitting here scratching your head, and the next cook-off you turn in the same thing and win first place. So I just keep turning in the same recipes.
Yeah, last year I remember you telling me you weren't happy with your brisket.
Yeah, and it was first place.
Yeah, and I was like, really? Really? You aren't happy with it, huh?
I'm very particular though.
It worked. So whatever happened, happened. So Brandon came home 3 calls and 4th overall, and he came home with almost 4,000.
Jeez,
that's awesome.
good.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is the paddle, obviously. Grand and reserve.
The paddle? Was it?
I was gonna say we can't see it with your background, but there it is. Yeah, there's the paddle. So those are handcrafted by Navy SEALs. There's no 2 that are the same. They're actually made by a SEAL, and then I feel like it's a very coveted award trophy for somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you know the story, everything that goes behind a SEAL and what those mean to them, then it's a very significant award. Of course, we have buckles and foam boards, and all the buckles are amazing this year. Would you like to show last year's buckle, James?
Oh, I got that too. Hold on. We got some of those.
It's turned into a show and tell.
It is, right? That's what happens when you get the grand champion on there. He's got a couple of them.
Yeah, nice.
That's awesome.
Nice buckles.
Yes, so we have those. They're I try to be very different with them every year so that there's something that stand out. But of course, still have the frogman and the meaning of everything behind it. So a lot of money. So like I say, a lot of money, a lot of fun. I mean, for a great cause and
a lot of competition.
A lot of competition.
Yeah. So me and Ira were parked next to each other last year, and we sit there. And we sit there and we had it hung out together, and so at awards we were back and forth, and so we GC'd and RGC'd. So can you put him in spot next to me, please?
Your child, your adopted son, is in your spot next to you.
Man, Flying G's killing it wherever he goes, huh?
Ira is killing him, man. He's on fire.
He is killing it right now.
He said he can only go one way. So as far as Danny Dietz goes, that's it. He's coming to win.
He's absolutely killing it.
Yeah, for sure. So, James, how long's Chilling and Grilling been going after it, man? Y'all been in there for a little bit. Huh?
Well, I've been doing barbecue cook-off since 1987.
Oh, wow.
That was back when we did backyard cooks and supported fire department cook-offs and VFWs, and then took kind of a break. Work got in the way, so we was only doing 1 or 2 cook-offs here and there. I would cook Houston with some people here and there, but then 2017 or 2009 is when we renamed our team Chilling and Grilling, because I used to cook for Miller Lite and was the Miller Lite pit crew for a long time.
Awesome.
Changed to Chilling and Grilling in 2009 and started cooking really sanctioned body cook-offs quite a bit in 2017. But I don't chase points.
That's what I was going to ask. You just cook whatever you want to cook.
I cook different sanctioned bodies. I cook for certain events. I support things like Danny Dietz, Texas Chrome. I cook cook-offs that mean something, that the money's going to go to something, or has got big payouts.
Yeah,
here it is.
Here we got one that does both. It's me and my brother-in-law, my boy, my nephew, my wife. So it's a family get-together team. And now my oldest grandson, I got 5 grandkids. My oldest is cooking now. He's 10. And start training the other ones. I got some more coming up. So my son just started a high school barbecue team this last year.
Nice.
And they placed 12th at nationals.
That's awesome.
Year. So they're running some of our recipes at high school level now.
Nice. You able to coach any of that or no?
Yeah, I mentor some of that. I do videos for them on cutting and trimming briskets and chicken and ribs, and we send them up to the school where they can have them there to watch. So I've done a lot of videos for that. But He has one team. He's trying to start a second team. His whole team's coming back. They were juniors and sophomores, so they did very well this first year. But I grew up in the barbecue world, so my dad had a barbecue restaurant growing up. He had a meat market, so trimming meat becomes second nature to me. So it's all good.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
Can we get some of them videos on Facebook to watch, or maybe right before the Danny Dietz would be nice.
Yeah. Well, I sometimes go up to chopping block and do John's trims for him when he's too busy. So when I trim briskets up there, and I get people saying, "Are you trimming briskets this week?" I said, "No, I'm not this week."
So what does the Danny Dietz memorial mean to you there, James?
Well, like I said, I started cooking it about 4 years ago, and like I said, I picked it out because of what it stood for, and what the money goes to, and I'm all about fundraising and charities, and like I said, I'm real involved with the Galveston County Fair and our education foundation. My wife does that, and so anything that means something for the youth, for military, for first responders, I cook it, and I donate awards for some of these things, and or knock a lot of money off of it and try to get at least material costs covered. But I've started working with Jen, donated some cutting boards to raffle off. I started doing some other things here recently, donating the things for Kids Q this year. So just try to stay involved and make sure that we're giving back.
Nice. Awesome, man. Awesome. Jen, can you talk a little bit about Gunner Mate Danny Dietz and why talk about him?
He was a badass. We all know that, right? So, I think most people have seen the movie. Danny, the easiest way to describe who Danny was is why we do what we do. He was someone that looked at every day as a new opportunity. He has a few of the quotes that have gone out there that, the hardest day you'll ever have was yesterday. Each day is a new day, and he's a never quit attitude, taken at such a young age. It's sad, but I've been blessed to know his widow, his friends, his brothers in combat. I've met some amazing people that will be at the Cookoff this year. And just carrying on a legacy of, I think in barbecue, the two kind of go together. As cooks, you get frustrated and you get kind of tired of everything, tired of the judges, tired of the sanctioning body, tired of whatever it is you're tired of, but you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you go on. And so it was kind of one of those things that they just kind of worked hand in hand. The family, the camaraderie of the guys that, that you go and see every weekend, that you hang out with. Even the ones you don't really care for, you still say, "Hey, what's up?" It becomes a group thing of support. And that's what the military is. It's their brothers. They all support each other. And so there's a lot of likenesses in that. Again, like I said, Danny, where he would have gone in this world, who knows? But his impact for our foundation and our group has changed my life for the better. And it's the least we can do to give money back, to raise the funds that we raise. We focus primarily on money for programs that for PTSD that aren't covered by traditional insurance or VA benefits. Y'all can read into that later. There's more on it, but progress and change and things that I've seen firsthand with operators that have done years and years and years of active duty deployments. Were at the end and then went through this program, and they're totally different human beings now. And they're at our event as well. They come and support just to kind of get the word out, to understand that for every entry fee that you're turning in, or for every dollar that we're raising, literally saved their lives. Since I've taken this over, I've always tried to have somebody that's received a grant be your speaker, so that y'all see where your dollars are going, someone that actually benefited from it. None of us get paid. We're all volunteer. Literally starts the day after we pick up and start again. Well, I do take a break for Houston in between and deal with that nightmare, and then pick up again for Danny Dietz. But try not to get all emotional, but it means a lot. It absolutely means a lot. And as an American, the least that we can do is to try to help these guys and the surviving spouses pick up and try to move on and find their place in civilian life and how to cope and adjust and move forward.
Nice. I guess I grew up we probably all grew up in a different time where mental health wasn't really talked about and it was kind of frowned upon, And I have some anxiety and shit that really fucks with me, and I'd rather be worn out from swinging a hammer all day than have to deal with any kind of anxiety. And I have some really good friends that were overseas and they have PTSD, and you take the strongest man you've ever met in your life and see them with dealing with a little bit of PTSD, it's a totally different person, right? And I couldn't imagine, just going from anxiety to PTSD. That's a huge jump, right? And horrible to have to deal with. But them boys that do deal with it and work on it, they're fucking tough. They're tough.
They are, and they've really mental health, I guess, in probably the last. Honestly, what happened, I think, and where we're seeing such a change is during COVID. That was one of the largest times that we lost the most amount of veterans, because everybody was shut down and everybody was a recluse and everybody was stuck. And there wasn't any way for them to get out and do anything or talk to anybody, or, you couldn't go anywhere. And I think something clicked or changed in the operators, in the veterans, in the actual military to say, hey, we got to deal with this. Like, this is no longer, don't ask, don't tell applies to so many things in the military. And, used to be, you didn't admit you had any problems, or you weren't getting discharged honorably, or you weren't getting your retirement, or you weren't getting any of those things. And now they've really come about. I mean, it's not where it needs to be, of course, but at least that the people that are veterans outside of the military are starting to work and say, how can we help you fix this? We know there's a problem. And these, like I said, I know operators personally that literally were at the end of their rope, that they were done. And to see that blank look in their eye, for them to go through the program and then come back and you're like, that's not even the same person. And it's just phenomenal. So, it's $5,000 a grant. And for a lot of people, that's, they say that doesn't sound like much, but that $5,000 changes somebody's life.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
And we also do it for the wives, for veterans' wives. Those ladies. I know the operators have it hard out there. I get it, getting shot at and, the things they have to do. But some of these ladies, you hear their stories and I don't think I could do it. I mean, it's just for them to hold down mom, dad, they do everything. And then to still support their husband when they come back while they're dealing with their mental health issues. But we allow them to also, it's funny, they can go through the program, but we also have another one where we will give them $2,500 if they're a caretaker or a spouse to go do whatever they want to do. If they want to go to the spa, if they want to take a vacation, if they want to go visit a friend of theirs, like that's one of the things that they can apply for. And we've had some that, their husbands have done 8 deployments and they're like, I just want a break. I just want to be able to leave and go. And we're like, here you go do it, because their mental health is just as important.
Absolutely.
So that's why we do it, guys. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, for sure. On the back end of everything, Jen, what would you let the cooks know? Like, because I'm sure you're hearing more stuff, once the cook-off's over from, the family and the foundation stuff. What message do they, would you give the cooks that coming from that side of foundation? You know what I'm saying? Like
they, of course, it's always about raising money, but it's funny because I have a director. She's the director of the Classic, which is the roping portion that we do in May at NRS. And so in the 4 years, the first year wasn't such a great year. The second year, Renfest, I had an astronomical year. Last year was decent, wasn't fantastic, but all of this coming off of COVID, you try to figure out what works and what doesn't. And all the foundation ever says is we don't care. We love to raise money, but we don't care if it's $1,000 or $100,000. At the end of the day, you're talking about Danny and you're talking about the things that need to be talked about, which is mental health. Getting people to feel more comfortable. There's a huge number of veterans that are cooks. And I have personally just sat down and talked to a few of them and didn't realize where they were at in their mental health space, that they needed help, and gave them the information to say, hey, this is where you need to go. This is what you need to fill out. And let's see if we can help you. And that's what the foundation is about. That's what they want you guys to know, whether you need help or someone that needs help, or you're just there cooking to support the cause. You are helping someone. That's what they want you guys to know. They appreciate it from the absolute bottom of their heart. If you're there, you'll meet them. I mean, they're there just kind of little worker bees doing whatever we need them to do. But we all show up, we put in the hard work, and then at the end of the day, we hope that we make a decent amount of money so we can give out more grants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, barbecue is their escape.
Yeah.
And so that's when you said earlier, does it bother you when people come around and visit? And that's no. I mean, I think a lot of times they want somebody just to talk to and talk something other than what they're dealing with, and sit down and talk barbecue gets their mind off of it.
I mean, the programs that are out there to help veterans, move into the barbecue aspect, and, to pick coaches and things like that. So this year, Carlos Calzada is going to cook for the foundation. He's cooking under his team, but for the foundation, and he's bringing in a veteran. No lie, the guy's name is Al. His last name is Hero. Swear to God, that's his real name. He's a Navy veteran, and he wants to come and experience this. He wants to see he's from Florida. So he's coming in from Florida. We bring everybody in. Like we don't care. Just come and experience this and see. He says, I'm a weekend cook. I'm a backyard cook. Well, okay, this is probably going to blow your mind, but come and experience it, and see what happens. I cooked with him last year. They got a 13th place pork, I think. So, the gauntlet's already out there. We're going to do better then. So there's always room, I think, at a pit for somebody to stand there and learn, talk. Like James said, you never know what somebody's going through. So I think a lot of times we kind of get in our heads and close ourselves off while we're there. But, there's random people that just walk up and talk. And I try to make a mental note to say, hey, let's take a second. And, you don't know.
Yeah, send them my way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So, any other questions, you guys? Let me go through my list and make sure. Oh, there is meat inspection. Just so everybody knows. Yep. There is meat inspection.
Y'all did have a class last year, didn't y'all? Y'all not doing the class this year?
I did. It's just, it's expensive. It's really expensive. And what I learned was when I had the class is actually it was just cooks taking it to see what they needed to do. And it wasn't helping me at that moment for getting more judges. So I plan on doing another one in the spring. But like I said, we have to separate them out because they are expensive. Like my reps come in from Kansas, and I have to pay for that. So we're going to work on having another class. But there is meat inspection. It's the same as anywhere else. Make sure that it's, not injected, not seasoned. It can be trimmed, just in a sealed package. Okay.
Who's the head judges this year?
It's Larry and Linda again.
Okay. Yeah, they're
I really like them. I love them. They're so sweet. I have the exact same reps. All 6 of them are coming back.
Nice.
And
That's awesome.
yeah, they fought over it. They were like, no, we're going back. This is ours. Nobody else is coming. So we'll take care of them. We're doing the MRE open again, and then margaritas. Both of those are full garnish.
Awesome.
I covered that. I told you about the concert, told you about the kids' queue, told you about the judges. I think that, are any of you cooking the Red Rider?
Yeah, maybe
50-50.
Yeah, probably.
I just sent them, I don't know what they're going to do with it or how they're going to use it, but I just sent a free entry over.
Nice.
So if for some reason one of y'all happen to win it, then I'll just give you the money. But yeah, I sent a free entry. I had one more free entry that I could use.
James is coming to Lubbock.
No,
He already has it. This is free. That's part of winning.
Yeah.
So yeah, if y'all find out who won it or whatever, let me know. But
Okay.
they were excited about it to get it, and we're trying to. The three of us, all three KCBS, are trying to work more together to start promoting our cook-offs together. So, but yeah, it's a free entry, and that's a free RV spot for Friday and Saturday night. So
Awesome.
Nice.
I don't think there's a highway that goes to Lubbock from here.
Huh?
I don't think a highway goes to Lubbock from here. Does it?
No, it goes like this and then around, and then there's like 90-mile-an-hour winds up there.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
You have to drive to Dallas to get to Lubbock.
Yes, I don't like it.
Yeah.
When we did that ABC Pro Rodeo and left, and I was like, why? Oh my God, this is insane. It's like a hurricane, but it's just wind.
Yeah, just win.
It's crazy.
Apparently you get used to it. I don't.
There's no way. I always thought, you know how you see people on TV and they're like walking into the wind, like slow motion, like, because they're going, and I thought, that's not real. That doesn't happen. That happened to me. At a Whataburger.
Mad. Come on.
I swear to Jesus, it was insane. It was crazy. We're driving back. We drove through a tornado. Like, there was a lot. There was a lot.
I'd rather take y'all's humidity than this wind, I'll tell you that. Any day of the week.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
The wind is bad out there.
yeah, and it's not even from a storm or any. It's just like straight line, crazy winds from nothing. Just
Dry wind.
it's just wind.
Well, and we don't have any trees to block anything.
That's the problem.
That is also true. Yeah, that is weird when we got up there too. I'm like, where are the trees? We don't have trees.
I went and cooked an IBCA in San Angelo back in March, and that's when we were having all those big winds. And there was points where it was just backed up miles of traffic where we're all pulled over on the side of the highway because you couldn't see anything. All the dirt was blown out of the fields. It was just red.
That's crazy.
I think it took me 6 hours to drive 3.
Oh wow, jeez.
I'm just glad I took my trailer. I took my trailer the weekend before because I saw the chances of wind. So I was like, well, I'll drive it straight into the wind, but I'm not driving crosswind the whole way.
That's why I stayed home.
We left that ABC rodeo this year, last year, and we're in the RV in the cook trailer. And I was. This is it. This is how we're gonna die. This thing is just gonna flip
That's
over.
how we're gonna die.
This is how we're gonna die. The comment said, "Oh my gosh!" And he finally said, "I said you have to stop. My anxiety is, I can't do this. I just this. I mean, it's."
Yeah, I was following 18 wheelers, and you could just see them. Just that back wheel, those back tires were coming up off the ground. It was rocking.
That's exactly how we were in the. But it's worse because the pit's back there, so we have to pay the trailer. And so it's, I'm like, oh, this, yep, that's how we're going to die. This is it, guys.
The pit was weighting you down.
Not enough. Not enough.
You ever cook out here, James? West?
No. No.
He said, hell no.
I'm telling you right now, don't.
Cooked San Antonio, cooked Hondo and Uvalde. Berry is probably the furthest west I've been.
Yeah.
I would say there's a good time to come out here, but there's not.
There's not.
I don't know.
Yeah. Cooking for Cowboy.
Even in November, it can still be 90 degrees. It can be 90 degrees and then snow the next day.
That's a little farther north, bro. That's where you're at. Not where we're at.
That's where you're at. Yeah. In November, it's usually pretty mild over here. So
where are you at, Sam?
I'm in Plainview, Texas. So I'm just north of Lubbock.
Okay.
That's Oklahoma.
Yeah, just fucking Oklahoma.
Basically.
And I work in Dumas in the summer, so I'm only, I think, 55 miles from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So when I drove I'm from Mobile, Alabama, and it took me longer to drive from here to ABC Pro Radio than it did for me to drive from here to my mom's house in Mobile. I was like, nope,
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Yep.
So,
well, guys,
you said
go ahead, Serge.
hours?
What's that?
You're getting a 9-hour drive from your place to Danny Dietz?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lord.
It's not the longest one I've done for a cook-off.
Well, no. I mean, we go to the Royal, so that's 12 or 13 hours.
I said we did Vegas this year, and it was 14 and a half.
About like driving to the Royal for us. Yeah.
Yep.
So this past year did the Royal, then I cooked in Indianapolis, but luckily I had some people drag my trailer up there for us, and we flew.
Nice.
Championships in Indianapolis.
Can't hide money, right?
That's a rock star life there, James.
Are you all cooking the Royal?
Ma'am?
Are y'all cooking the Royal?
Yes.
Probably not.
No. Serge? Al?
Oh, no.
I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Okay.
Kyle's been talking about it for a little bit. We'll get up there one of these days, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it's on the list.
So we've been hold on. 1, 2, 3,
Squares.
3 years walking.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing y'all walk last year on some stuff. I think
Yeah,
I
we
did
walked
pretty good,
last
right?
year. We got to walk. It was in Turkey, but I'll take it.
The first
A
year,
walk's a walk, right?
we went, I hit 10th place brisket on the open day. My wife hit 12th place beans. Then the next year she got a perfect score on dessert. We hit in turkey and sausage. And then last year I got a 4th place potatoes perfect score.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
After all the tornadoes and the rain with us for potatoes. Yep.
I can't even imagine. I can't even begin to imagine what kind of prep it takes to do something like that, James, to cook every freaking category, a few days in a row.
You got a big family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of people.
We split it up. So I usually do the 4 meats. My boy does the turkey sausage, and my wife does the sides. So we split it up.
Yeah, it's just Tom and I, but we split it up as well. So
yeah, you got to split it up. You if you're going to go there and do all the sides, you need 2 or 3 people. Then my nephew does the walk. Our spot's a 10-minute walk from turn in.
Where are you?
We're in 817, 815. We're way on the other side.
That's opposite end of the RV park, huh?
Yes, we're on the other end. Towards the casino. We're towards the casino side.
Oh, we're in 312.
Yeah, we're in 817.
We're like it's like 3 minutes for me.
So yeah, it's a 10-minute walk. So my nephew, he walks up there. By the time he gets there, and by the time he's coming back, I'm handing him another box. And turn around and go back.
They put him on the treadmill before. Put him on the treadmill before. You get him in shape.
He's in his 30s. He can handle it.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite category there, James, as far as Royal, whether you're cooking the small thing or the big one? What's your favorite?
I got to say brisket.
Yeah.
I mean, it's brisket. I think that my nephew went 2 years ago, whatever it was, and he hit 15th and 16th. 15th brisket one day, 16th the next day, cooking our same recipe. And then John we've been bouncing things off each other, and he cooked a very similar recipe that I turned in last year and got 3rd overall. So Texas brisket at the Royal does pretty well, and pork is pork's not my strong suit, but I'll hold up my chicken and my brisket against any of them.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you think's hurting you on pork? Where do you think you're
I'm
missing
not from the
something?
Midwest.
Yeah.
but it's,
Hey, we had some Texas winners last year,
yeah.
huh?
I didn't score too bad on day one on pork last time, but the pork category is always up and down for me, even with CBA. I mean, I'll get first place one time and then turn the same box in the next time and finish 50th. So I don't know. I just haven't
hit and miss.
I haven't quite got the consistency on pork box, but cook it the same way almost every time. So it's either going to be first or last, like old Ricky Bobby says.
Mm-hmm.
And your brisket, what are you cooking? Snakes?
No, I use rosewoods.
Okay.
To me, the rosewoods have a better texture. It's hard to really describe it unless you're sitting there trimming both of them. And so when I go up to the meat market and trim for them, I'll start trimming briskets, and I'll trim a snake and I'll trim a rosewood. To me, the rosewood has a more buttery feel to it when it's raw than the snake. The snake has a harder texture to it to me. So I switched over several years ago and started running rosewoods.
Never cooked one. Yeah. I've seen them. They look pretty.
Yeah,
they look like beautiful briskets. So.
I mean, I like the flavor of them. They're, it's a Texas raised Wagyu cross, and the texture is great. It comes out almost the same every time. So I've had some bad snakes. I've had a couple of bad rosewoods, but I've had more good rosewoods than good snakes in the last couple of years.
You ever cook a Miller Meat Company brisket before?
I've cooked. I've turned in some at San Antonio, but still can't beat Fred there.
Yeah.
Got ninth. But we cooked rosewood last year. Got ninth at San Antonio.
Yeah, Fred's hard to beat out there on that brisket, huh? Whenever he wants to.
Yeah. But rosewood to me, I've been doing fairly well with it, so I just stick with it.
Nice. And you're cooking thighs?
At Danny Dietz, I'll cook thighs so I can kind of practice for the Royal. So I'll do just a straight up thigh box. I'm not going to get
fancy
and start putting wings and everything. To me, if you put wings and thighs in there, both of them got to be perfect.
Right.
And so I'd rather take my chances and have one perfect meat than trying to do two. Yeah.
You agree with that, Jen?
Absolutely. Same thing goes with your brisket and your burn ends. If they're not absolutely perfect, don't put them in there.
Burn ends are not right. They don't go in the box.
No,
I think I've turned in burn ends in the last 2 years. I probably turned in burn ends twice and still hit first place briskets. The time I did turn them in, I got second place and Purvis beat me.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Whatever, if you put it in there, if you're doubting it, just take it out.
What would you be looking for in burn ends there, James, as far as texture? I mean, what's going to tell you whether to put them in or not?
Well, the ones that are not too fatty and mushy, that have a good melt in your mouth, but don't have that after greasy taste.
Mm-hmm.
I think that some people don't know how to trim them out, and then they leave too much fat. Because if you're cooking Wagyu, you don't need any fat on it. It's got enough fat internal. But that's just the thing is if you cook them, when you cook them to the right doneness, they just got to be right. They got to be able to be melt in your mouth, tender, but not greasy. And if you don't render all that fat out just right, you're going to get a greasy burn in.
So are you looking for a marshmallow type feel or a little more?
That's marshmallow that melts in your mouth, and it's the tenderness point. You cook them. I take them to like 214.
Hell yeah!
I only put them in the box one time.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do because my slices always look better, so I take up my room with slices.
I feel like a whipped butter. Right when you bite into it, the structure is still there, but like it's
Not a lot of
Yeah, not a lot of chew to it. It's like a whipped butter. Like, it's a thicker, heavier butter, but it just kind of, like you said, melts. Let that marshmallow melt. But if it's not good, don't stick it in there. I said that. Don't go all wild and be like, well, they look pretty, but they taste like ass. Well, but you're not gonna win.
Because if they go for the burn in and it's not perfect, you're done.
Absolutely done.
Yeah. I think it's more of a risk to put them in if you're kind of on the fence.
If you're on the fence, I leave them out because it's going to penalize you more. It's going to help you.
Yeah.
Right.
Some guys got it down and they turn them in all the time and do well, but me, I was hit and miss with them, so I just run slices.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, the KCBS circuit, they've really gotten away from burn-ins. We as Texas, I think we're like 3 years behind what KCBS is doing. Mm-hmm. And so they don't turn them in as much anymore either. So it was a fad. Mm-hmm. It was a thing. It's going away. So, which is good. That means we didn't have to learn it too much.
Right. All right. What about the rib game there, James?
Ribs, I run Prairie Fresh, and I've been running Prairie Fresh. I either run the naturals or the primes, and they just look for good marbling and good thickness and run with them. Don't care too much about straight bones. It helps, but you can cut through that if you cook them right.
Yep.
So try to get those pounders. It's hard to find good ones, but when some of these times they get those primes and they cut them down too narrow, and then you got to really look through them because the weight throws you off when you're looking at a real thin, narrow, thick rib but cut narrow. Yeah. So you got to really just look at the thickness of that rib bone and see what it looks like, because you can't go by weight at that point. And people thinking, oh, well, I'm going to get a 4.2 pound rib. Well, yeah, that's at Walmart, and they're still real wide. You got to trim them down. Then you're still back down to that middle 3 weight.
Right.
Yep.
So I just look for big, round, thick bone and big, thick ribs.
I've never really been able to find big on the naturals, the Prairie Fresh naturals, some really thick ones. They're usually pretty thin, at least over here. I don't know if it's what we're getting over here or what, but I've never cooked a prime, so I couldn't tell you.
Shipping.
Yeah.
It takes them so long to get there, they start losing weight.
Probably. Wouldn't doubt it.
Like I said, I get most of my stuff at the chopping block, but if I'm by Walmart's, I'm in every Walmart digging through the rib case and asking if they got boxes in the back, and people look at me funny because I'm digging through every Prairie Fresh natural they got. And if I find one good one, it comes home and goes in the freezer. But I go, and Restaurant Depots carry Prairie Fresh naturals here, so I'll go look through them. I'll look through everything they got open cased, and if I see good ones, I'll buy them up.
What about Costco's? We got a Costco. You just opened a Costco.
Prairie Fresh at our Costco's here.
No.
Walmart and Restaurant Depot, or the chopping block.
Or the barbecue store.
Well, that's chopping block. He delivers in there.
I think Costco's is that IBPs?
Yes.
For the briskets, yeah. I don't know about the pork.
I know that Sam's is IBP for pork.
Yes.
At least the one in Lubbock is.
Yeah, Midland is too.
And then pork, I just go look for good money muscles and buy the whole butt and cut the money muscle off of it and grind the rest of it up.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So I make my own sausage, and I just ground up here a while back. I thawed everything out, brisket trimmings and pork trimmings and beer meat and everything else, and I made almost 200 pounds of sausage.
Damn it. It's a lot of work.
That's a lot of sausage.
Names for president. Aren't you already the president of something?
I'm one.
Yeah.
Get.
Like, president of what, John? President of what?
All right, so we do a little segment. We call it the Dream Team. So you get 4 people on your team. and then you get a box runner, which is like your honorable mention. And it can be 4 guys or gals that you want to take to the Royal or to win any big contest. 4 people that have influenced you, 4 people that you just want to go cook with on the weekend and your honorable mention. But it's wherever you want to go with it. But you get your 4 people and your box runner.
Damn, it can't be my cook-off team, huh?
No, it can't be a cook-off team.
Shoot, James.
All right. Well, let's see. If I'm just going and looking at people I cook with now and team up with and park beside, I guess it would be Donald King with Smoke Show. Then it'd probably be John Turner with Chopping Block. If I'm looking at guys that I go up and talk to, Bill Purvis would be one. I've talked to Bill quite a bit at cook-offs and things, and I would say who else? Aaron Leslie. I've talked to Aaron Leslie quite a bit. In fact, when we were out in El Paso, I did go to El Paso and cook.
There you go. That's not West Texas, though. I don't consider that. Yeah, dude, that's a horrible drive. That's a horrible drive.
Yeah, Aaron cooked out there. We was out there at that World Food Championship qualifier.
Famous Dave's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we reserved it and went to Indianapolis.
Shoot, yeah.
A box runner, huh?
Fuck
Yep,
yeah.
just your honorable mention.
I guess my box runner would have to be Robert Rocha because he
there you go.
Fast. He's got them shorty shorts and tennis shoes on all the time. I mean, he parked by me a few times and he goes right at the last second hustling up there. I guess I'd have to draft him as a boxer.
That's awesome. That's perfect, man. There's a little speed walker there.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, we were at Hold'em and Hit'em in New Caney, and he was parked by me, and he waited till the last minute, and he come walking by me real fast. I mean, them feet were moving 100 miles an hour. Said,
that's perfect.
He goes, I know.
That's awesome, man. What about you, Jen? You got a list?
Yeah, I got a list. Guess what would be like my people that I always go talk to. We're not cooking together, but I guess we kind of are. So Adam and Michelle.
And
we're always next to each other cooking. Ira's always next to us. And I'm still James's team member, and I'm taking Donald. If we're at the same cook-off, we're always hanging out, doing whatever. And, my box runner also has short, tiny legs and runs fast. It's Vince. Vince Colanetto.
Who's that?
Vince Colanetto was Smoking Wizard.
Okay.
Yeah. He has short little legs too, so he's also.
I could have named Vince too.
You could have named Vince, yep.
Vince is always coming by my house and hanging out.
Smoking Wizard is an awesome product, man. He has an awesome, damn good product. So
he sure does. He sure does.
Yeah, we've came up with a few concoctions in the day, but I've known Vince a long time, and he'll stop by and we trade out a few secrets here and there, and then we mix it up. So we was cooking that World Food Championship, and I wanted something just totally different, so we whipped up some stuff and came out pretty good. But yeah, Vince is one, and heck, I could add my nephew Greg, Drop Time Smoke.
Yeah,
he used to cook with me and then split off a few years ago and has done great. So I could have a lot of people in my more than 4.
He needs to come back. We miss him.
Well, one thing we didn't talk about, James, is the Minotti Woodcrafters. Talk a little bit about that. I got one of your brisket blocks, and man, that thing is awesome.
So, what was it? It was back 4 or 5 years ago. My wife was having a Christmas party, and she was having these little vendor booths set up around in our yard, and she's having a sipping shop with her friends and everything over here. She goes, "Why don't you make some stuff?" I said, "Okay." So I got out in my shop and started building some things, and man, they were snatching stuff up right and left. I think I sold everything I had made, plus people were ordering things. And I'm going, what the heck? So started posting some things on my personal Facebook, and people started ordering. And then I said, you know what, this is starting to take off. I better put a business name behind it. And so I did. So 3 or 4 years ago, I named Minotti Woodcrafters. I do most of it. My son helps me some, but I just started targeting the barbecue guys. I mean, I do build other things, but it's mostly barbecue related stuff. And I built cutting boards. Then I started building. Greg, my nephew, he goes, man, why don't you build a foil box? I said, what the hell's a foil box? So he told me. So I go out in the shop. A couple hours later, I come back and I said, is this what you're talking about? He goes, that's perfect. So I got into that and started building them. Threw a picture of it out on Facebook. I've built probably about 500 full boxes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Damn it, keeping you busy.
So after I started building some of these things, I wound up buying a laser engraver so I could do logos.
Yeah.
And so then I wound up buying another one, and then I bought bigger ones. I can do 15 inches wide and 32 inches long engravings.
Wow.
So I started building those cutting board holders. Then we were at a cook-off, and Donald Smoke Show, he's sitting there and his knife keeps hitting the edge of his table. He goes, man, it'd be nice if we had a little elevated platform. He goes, do you know a guy that could build a damn cutting board that was elevated enough for my knife wouldn't hit the edge of this damn stainless table? And I said, got it. He goes, and it would be nice like a little thing on here where you could push. I got it. Because he's always by himself, right? Where me, I've got my boy or my brother-in-law or somebody holding a spatula up against the end. And so came home, built that, and I called it the brisket block. So took one to him, took one to John Turner, told him to try it out. And I've probably built 200 brisket blocks so far.
Wow.
And I've got orders right now for maybe 6 or 7 out in the shop right now to build, and a couple of foil boxes. And so, I mean, I've built things for Jen for her contest. I've built quite a bit for Joey Smith with Texas Chrome. Anything from foil boxes to guitar stands.
Yeah, I have a custom Alabama foil box.
I've sent foil boxes all over the country. People out of Florida, Midwest, people I meet at the Royal, they start ordering them. What is it? Q Brothers Barbecue in Alabama.
Yeah.
He started ordering full boxes from me and wanted to know if I could build them and manufacture them. And I said, well, the thing is most everybody wants their logo on it. So I said, I'll put the logo on one and send it to you and advertise them in the store. And then people started ordering them from me. So I've built awards for.
Hey, look, it's Al Hero.
I've built awards for the Alabama Barbecue Society for their triple cook-off.
James.
Yeah. So
there he is.
Built a lot of awards for different cook-offs in state and out of state. So yeah, took off, and I just find a niche and stick with it. And I try to build things that are not too terribly expensive that'll sell a lot of. I'm retired, so it's just kind of a thing that'll help me pay for my barbecue habit.
Yeah. Chase is asking a question. He said, how much those brisket blocks run?
I charge $65 for a plain one right now, and that's all based on material cost. So if I get to pick materials and if the materials stay about where they are now, I charge $65 for that, and I charge $85 for engraving. So I charge $20 for that. But it kind of depends on the woods. I try to mix them up here and there, but the brisket blocks, about $85 with a logo. Some are a little bit more depending on the wood. some people ask, I want, all dark woods. Well, then it's going to make the price go up some. So, the foil boxes, I charge $100 with a logo, $110 if it's built out of different wood. I try to build them out of the same wood all the time, though.
Yeah, I got to order one of those.
Yeah, man, those things are awesome.
The foil boxes, we were sitting here and duct taping boxes up, and you leave one set out and the moisture hits it. Y'all don't have moisture, so you don't have a problem with it.
Nope.
No, we don't. We got dirt. You need to have a seal on there for dirt.
Yeah, I have to build a dust seal. But no, I've built a lot of foil boxes, and I send them all over the place. So I've got a Facebook page, Minotti Woodcrafters. It'll have pictures on there of different things I've built. I take you send me what you want through Messenger, or you email it to me. And then if you want to buy it, I'll send you a QuickBooks invoice. You pay it, and I start building.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you're donating some cutting boards to the Danny Dietz and
yeah, the kids queue. I'm doing first through third, and the seniors and juniors on kids queue.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
And if a lot of times if I'm sitting there, if I'm sitting there and I'm building, because a lot of times if I'm building, I get a lot of orders. I'll start building things like brisket blocks, for instance. And if I'm about to go to one of the cook-offs, then I'll engrave it with that Cookoff's logo on it, and then I'll just take it up there and donate it and say, hey, give this to First Place Brisket.
Shit show.
That's awesome.
I did that. I did some for Texas Angels. Steve Oler called. I did some for him. He wanted First Place Brisket boards made.
Have you thought about copyrighting that brisket block or patenting it?
I was in the old business for 35 years, and patenting things, people can change one little piece of it and get around it, and then all the money and effort you went to patent something is wasted cash. And I'm not making that much to worry about it. If they want to build it, let them do it. It's patenting things, or it's just like seasonings, right? You can change 7% of a seasoning and call it yours. Change the pepper flake size and it's your seasoning. Put a new label on it. So it's the same thing with brisket block. They can change one little piece and call it something else.
You call it the brisket block blanco.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at the brisket caddy. I mean, the brisket caddy came out, and now all of a sudden everybody's building these brisket caddies or brisket baskets or whatever, and it's that kind of thing. So somebody asked me that question a couple of times, and I said it's not worth it. It's more effort and money than what it's worth for me.
Yeah, it makes sense, man. But it's an awesome product, man. I really like mine. I think I told you the last time. Yeah, that I'm afraid to cut on it.
Because how am I going to sell more? How am I going to sell new ones?
Yeah. What about sizes on that? You got different sizes? Different sizes or just the same size?
I just made one for Scats Barbecue, and was that Scats? Some guy. Anyway, he got one of the brisket boards from me, and he wanted a bigger one. And so I built one that was 12 and a half inches wide by 24 long and 1.5 inches thick.
Oh, wow.
And I built it out of spalted sycamore. And it was really pretty. I think I posted it on my Facebook page.
Fancy.
But it's, he called up and wanted a custom one made. He has, I guess, a barbecue restaurant. And so I put him one together and built it and sent it over to him.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well, where can anybody be looking for yourself? Just on Messenger? You know, website?
I got a Facebook page, Minotti Woodcrafters.
Okay. So just contact you on there?
Yeah, you can contact me on there or my personal Facebook. But if you want to look at pictures, I usually post stuff out there on Minotti Woodcrafters Facebook. And I get people messaging me on there and ordering. Just don't make a comment and say I want one. because I'll miss it. Because a lot of people start sharing that Facebook. And if you just direct message me and say, I want to order one of these, then I'll get back to you. I can't keep up with comments on, if I post something, people start commenting, you may lose it.
Yeah, no, you're pretty responsive when it comes to the messenger, though.
Yeah, if you message me, I'll get back to you.
Yeah,
pretty
for
quick.
sure. For sure.
There you go, Serge. Now you don't have an excuse to use your cutting board. Trim your
John, you're supposed to
disposable
cut
ones.
right on the board.
Yeah, cut on the board, John. So
Cut on the board.
those are the instructions. It
You
comes
didn't
with
take
the
yours. John was a
tester.
tester.
Well, cool. Well, anything else, Jen? You want to talk about as far as Danny Dietz?
Well, like I said, if they haven't signed up, I don't want them to be way back out in the back 40. So get signed up and get your reservation.
Any questions? They can contact you on Messenger.
Yeah, Messenger. I mean, Facebook, whatever. However, I'm everywhere. They can find.
Nice.
And the deadline for the park discounts August 11th.
Yeah, it's actually
Next week.
Yep, it is next week. You're right. So I'll put a post out about that.
It's definitely worth getting signed up and getting your reservation. So
thank you for reminding me.
It's a really good cook-off. A lot of good cooks there. A lot of good people show up there to cook it, and it's it's a good cook-off. The more the merrier.
We definitely tried.
Well, good luck to both of y'all.
Well, thank you.
You know,
I hope it goes well.
Right
Okay,
on.
Sergio.
Good luck with your business, Serge.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I need all the help I can get. So.
Gotta get out there, bro. Gotta get out there.
Few sandwiches, chips, and crack, right?
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just sit outside and let it air dry.
I'm in the pipeline industry. I'll spread the word.
See you in the pool, Sergio. Choppa. Yeah, I hung out with Sergio last year at the pool on Friday.
Coyote Cookers himself.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Serge.
Awesome people.
sir.
Love them to death.
Yes, sir.
I saw that Al popped in, our guy that's coming from Florida.
Yep. I
Yeah, I
saw
saw
that.
that. I saw that.
Real last name Hero. Fitting. Very fitting.
Oh, there he is.
There he is, Albert Hero.
Yeah, Albert Hero.
Well,
That's
cool.
awesome.
Well, if y'all are Danny Dietz, come by and see me.
For sure,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure. I said we'll come
You
find
know
you.
where I am. I'm right by a turn-in.
Yeah, he's dead center. You
Right,
can't
my
miss
turn.
him. He is.
Can't miss it.
Can't miss him. He's right there.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, good luck, like I said, and I hope it all goes well. And I guess you're planning on next year already, huh?
Absolutely. Yep.
So,
Never ends.
100%. So we really appreciate you letting us come on and talk about
no problem.
the foundation and the cook-off and
Kyle,
y'all are
you got the
eating anything.
smoke show pit for sale?
Sorry.
Kyle?
You got the smoke show pit for sale? The trailer?
Everything's for sale for the right amount.
You gonna buy it back for him? Tell him get out of your trailer here.
He's looking for a trailer. I can tell him to come buy it back.
The price went up. The price went up.
That is something that would not surprise me, to be honest.
That's the West Texas tax there.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Tell him the wrap is extra. It's custom.
I already put some money in it, man. We upgraded the
Stuff's
axles,
over there.
put 8,000-pound axles under there, and did some other shit. So
It'll cost me some money.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Guys, appreciate it.
We're pushing
Yes,
an hour and
sir.
30 now, so
Y'all have a good evening.
All right. Thank y'all
thanks
again.
for coming on.
All right. Thank y'all, guys.
Thanks.
Nice.
All right, later.
Shit, y'all.
Y'all ready for that one?
What's
Kyle
that?
and Sam? Y'all ready
I'm
for
ready,
Danny?
man.
Oh yeah, man.
I like cooking KCBS. I like the fast
Good.
pace.
Are you gonna show up this year? You bitched out last year.
Who's showing up?
You bitched out last year.
Bitch, it's already paid for. 100% paid for.
That's funny.
No.
Yep.
What do we got next week,
We're
Sam?
Next week, I was just looking at that. We got Texas Drip Barbecue.
Oh, Kyle, talk about that one.
Yeah, man, that's it's a little company out of Austin. They do caterings and they're just getting a food truck going and stuff like that. So I think it's a great segue for them to come in and kind of talk through what they're seeing in Austin compared to what we're dealing with in Midland, right? I think everybody knows. We've talked about it a couple times already. Serge's got the food truck going, and I'm trying to do some catering shit on the backside too, right? So I think getting them in, listening to them, kind of understanding if we're fighting the same fucking fights and battles and learning the same things that they are. So we got a pretty good little following. I'm excited to have them on next week.
For sure.
Awesome.
Sure. Yeah, it'd be
Cool.
good, especially with your time in Surge. So
yeah.
Because we're gonna keep pushing your ass to get out there. So
shit, the bank account's pushing my ass to get out there. So, well, cool, boys. We'll call this one episode. What are we on? Episode
52.
52.
Yep.
Call
52.
it. All right, man.
So, all right, we'll see y'all. Thanks for watching.
Later, boys.
Peace.
This is Parrish Randall, and this concludes this episode of Beyond the Smoke. Thanks for stopping by, friend. We hope to see you again real soon. Until next time, happy trails. Until we talk meat again.